still be around.
But it's not gonna be any good now.
I mean, better.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.
Tuesday night, it's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast, the number one live podcast every Tuesday
On
night.
Earth.
Johnny's ready to go tonight.
Love it! Episode 60, a very special episode. Known this guy for a few years.
A few?
Quite a few years.
Yeah, like,
I don't want to age myself as much as
COVID's
people
been
think.
going on a few years.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to year 3, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the King of Mexico, Dave.
What's up? How's it going, fellas?
It's been awesome. We've been talking about having Dave on for a minute,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then finally got you in, dude.
Yeah, that's my bad, because first it was like, oh yeah, we'll come in, let me check with the guys, and then the guys are, bad and never get back to me, and then I leave on trips, and then here I am. So
Here it is.
we're able to make it.
All right.
Yeah, representing the guys, Jankytown.
Yeah.
Also a podcast. When do you guys come out? Once a week, twice a week, or how does that one?
We usually come out, we're on Patreon, Jankytown,
nice.
patreon.com, Jankytown, and we're on Spotify, everything else, but we release early on Patreon on Fridays, and then release a new episode every Monday, normally. Right now, we're going through a revamping, so we're doing a couple for the month of December, and then we're going to come back all new, all fresh, me and Beer Mug on January 3rd, or whatever the fuck that is.
How's the Patreon? Is that pretty cool?
It's cool, man. Yeah, like it's cool because what it does is it allows you to connect with your peeps, like the hardcores who really want to, obviously they're giving you money, so
Yeah.
like you want to do things for them, and it really brings you together with them. So it's pretty cool, and you get a lot of feedback. More than you normally do. So, so that's just something I
As
like.
much as the Kevin and Bean Social Club on Facebook, that much feedback?
Yeah, a little less. A
little
little less,
less,
yeah, a little
yeah.
less than that, but yeah. So it's cool, man. Patreon's good.
No, it's nice. We should do a Patreon, dude.
Get out of here, man.
Now, here's the thing, though. If you do Patreon, you're beholden to what you offer, man.
You have to offer shit.
Yeah, you have to offer
some
shit, and then it's
stuff.
like one of ours was like, we're gonna hang out with you, and then guess what? We never hung out again. Woo!
And they're like, what the fuck?
We're here, motherfucker. Like exactly,
Don't get sunkered by Jakey Town. That's what I'm hearing. They did the okey doke on their own fans.
No,
You guys ended up hanging out with them, right?
Yeah,
You
we
guys
did.
had-
okay.
We just had a hangout on Friday.
Okay,
Friday
just
was
making sure,
dope.
just making sure.
It was
How was
dope.
that?
It was dope, man. We got some people coming by to O'Grady's in Granada Hills, which is fucking far. And so I appreciate the fact that people came
Where's
down.
Granada Hills?
Exactly. It's off the 118.
Holy shit, where's the 118?
So you know the dark spot when you're going to Magic Mountain? When you can't see lights and shit? Yeah, that's where it's at, dude.
Perfect.
Damn, Granada Hills.
I love going places that even just yesterday I was in. I've never been on the 110 north of the 101. It turns into like a 2-lane highway. Like it turns into the weirdest highway. It's like, whatever.
Yo,
California's oldest highway.
Yo, fun fact. Yeah, let's say that's the first highway.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
It looks like it was built.
For death.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know what you're driving, man, but when you have a little car and you're just, a big car, fast car, whatever, and you speed down there, dude, it is fun. It is fun to drive,
sure.
as long as no other cars are on the road, because it is scary as fuck, too.
Yeah, that's the only problem when everyone else is trying to fucking merge at the same time. You got fucking half a second to go the same speed as everyone else before you hit someone.
That's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. That you just are at a stop sign.
Oh, yeah, when you get on.
And then there's the freeway. Go! And it's like, get out of here.
Bro.
Like,
You gotta go 0 to Johnny instantly.
dude,
Yeah.
you have to
Exactly.
go on
so
that.
I drive a Prius, right? And as we know, a Prius has the best
get up and go.
pickup
Yeah.
that you could find on the market right now. So when I'm on the 110, I'm like, holy shit. Make it, please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me from behind.
Please don't kill me. Because
Yeah.
I've never lived on that. I live in the valley now.
Yeah.
So whenever I was in that side of the town, I was coming from south and then going back that way. I never had any reason to be on the 110 out that way. And I was like, holy shit. It makes complete sense as that's the oldest highway because there's a fucking difference. It's like, it doesn't feel like the freeway anymore. It feels like a big boulevard.
Yeah, someone saw that and said, you know what would be a good idea? Fucking on-ramps, bro. Like, shit, dude.
The first person, after like 30 people got killed, they were like, we have to do something about this, man. Like, maybe
the stop sign's not a good idea. Let's do a lead up where people can merge. Like, that'd be dope. All right, let's do the 5. The next one.
That was super intense, man. Like, it was.
It's
Why
a
don't
good
they
rush.
do construction on that freeway like they do on every fucking other
There's
freeway?
no way. There's
They
no
can't.
room.
There's no room.
There's no room.
There's no
It is
room.
like, it's why it is. It's
Eminent
like,
domain. Start taking people's shit.
I know, man. Like fucking Chavez Ravine, man. We'll just go in there and
Everything.
start ganking
Hell
Mexicans'
yeah.
houses again.
Fuck
Hey,
it.
but we got the Dodgers, so come on.
You know what? That's everybody saying. No, yeah, a generation of Mexicans were displaced. You know what? Fucking Fernando, man. Come on. Like,
Fernando made it.
Fernando came back and made it all better, dude. Get out
That
of
was
here.
that was their plan. You know.
Oh, I
they
watched
had
that
to.
documentary.
Yeah.
I saw that
Yeah.
documentary.
Really? Was that the plan?
That was the
No,
plan.
Mexicans did not. That's when Mexicans came back to the Dodgers.
Oh, is that right?
Before, in the time, when Chavez, when they built the stadium and kicked all the Mexicans out, until Fernando came, there was not Mexican Dodger fans. Like that
hated him.
was
Shit.
an
Did not know
outward
that.
an outward attempt. Like, yeah, we're trying to get Mexicans. We're gonna get this Mexican who rolls his eyes back to the ceiling and fucking put him out there, and they're gonna love him. And
Well,
they did. Fucking. Oh yeah,
Good
you know
job,
what I mean?
Dodgers. You
Fucking-
got it.
And
You
now,
won.
and now what? 45 years later.
It's all Mexicans.
45 years later, it's all fucking
3
Mexicans.
million Mexican strong
Yeah.
every year, man.
You could, if you tried to take away the Dodgers now from Mexicans, you're like, you don't understand. They killed all, they made them leave, and they're like, oh, fuck you,
They're like,
fuck
hey-
them too. Like,
Hey, Mexicans, you can have either Texas or the Dodgers. Goodbye,
yeah,
Texas.
yeah, see you later, Texas, man. Get out of here. Arizona too.
Yeah.
We want to send a shout out to everyone jumping on right now. We see everyone Xtofer out there on Facebook from the Dungeon Podcast. D Rotten holding it down for New Jersey. He's on YouTube.
What'd you get your degree in, dude? Congratulations, first of all.
Congratulations, Exeter, for
Yeah,
graduating
absolutely.
bachelor's. Hell yeah, bro.
What'd you get your degree in? Something good?
Pimping. Tell him, bro.
Hell yeah.
Pimping. He said it right there. What's up, pimps?
Oh, and also, D, I listened to Barnacle. I did. I listened to that fucking Limp Bizkit song he asked
Oh, you
us to
did? I
listen to.
didn't.
I did. I listened to that song. And you know what? It's a Limp Bizkit song.
You actually press play on that shit?
You know
the
what?
new
D,
one?
he does a podcast strictly about, that's a Limp Bizkit podcast. Like, they go in deep. He loves fucking Limp Bizkit. And so he asked us if we listened to the new album, and I said, of course not. And I said, but if you give me a song, I promise I will fucking listen to a song that you tell me to listen to off the new one.
Yeah.
And he gave me one. It was called Barnacle, and I fucking listened to it. And it's not, you know what? They're doing their thing. You know what I mean? Like,
So you didn't hate it.
you know what? I didn't. I was like, this is a fucking
Okay.
Chocolate Starcast. That's what it's called. I was like, this is absolutely a Limp Bizkit song. In the vein of Limp Bizkit. Like, if that's your deal, if you've ever enjoyed a Limp Bizkit song, you probably like this one too. You know?
At the end of that, did you have a red cap on by chance?
I just looked up and I was like, what the fuck?
Backwards.
How did that happen?
Nah, he traded his red cap for wigs, bro.
I saw that,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I saw him at Lollapalooza. I literally walked a mile to go see 2 songs and said, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm just
Was
like...
it the beginning or the end?
It was right in the middle, so it was just like, but people were digging it, and I was like, "You guys never seen Limp Bizkit before, have you?" It's like,
That,
all right.
you know what?
Yeah, I
That
was
is
like, yeah.
also not a fair thing. Like, how many times you seen Limp Bizkit? 500 times.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, it's like people were there, and I was like, ugh, but you know, it's like. Wes used to be crazy and good, and he's still good, and then like I don't even think the drummer's still there anymore, right? Sam
I don't
Otto?
know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
D knows. D knows all the facts. And you can check out all the Limp Bizkit stuff over there at Chocolate Starcast.
Industrial technology management for mining? Jesus Christ, that's like a real degree.
Fuck.
I thought he took so long because he didn't want to tell us. It just took him that long to fucking type it out.
Shit.
God damn.
is
that's
that like mining in a real mine or like crypto mining?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would guess it's mining, but
Oh, and
like
Sam
crypto
is out in
mining.
rehab. The drummer's in rehab.
Oh, see, look at that.
See?
He has it.
Yeah. There
Oh,
you
he's
go.
gonna run a mine.
See? He's a mine. He's an actual miner.
Oh yeah, Sam's a bassist, right? Fuck, I know too much about Limp Bizkit.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
look at that. He hates Limp Bizkit and loves
yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
don't hate him, I
Time.
just
You guys
don't
are
like
true
him.
fans.
sure
They're gonna
don't
start
like-
listening to that
I sure don't
podcast.
like Limp Bizkit. That third song on that second album, man, that's my least favorite one.
Oh, and together now? Yeah, with meth? Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you have a guest right here, bro, for your fucking podcast.
podcast.
No. Listen, I just know things, dude. You know, I was my job to know things, so.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, how long? We know that you were at K-Rock. We know you're friends with Super Steve. But tell
Yeah.
us, how did you even get to K-Rock?
One day I was working at a Popcorn Palace, I should say, in Glendale Galleria. And then the next day I wasn't because our CEO was embezzling. So they closed that shit. So I came to a closed door and I was like, oh, all right, K-Rock's down the block. I'm going to go apply. Boom. Got it.
No shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
From
what the
popcorn
fuck,
to
dude?
K-Rock.
By the way, I went in my popcorn fucking uniform. I was like, I'm going to go apply. And Super Steve, do you ever remember Maria? Like the
Yeah, I do remember Maria. She was dope.
She was dope. She was dope. She was our receptionist at
Yeah.
K-Rock in Burbank, and she was the nicest person in the world. But she was funny too. Like like she didn't give a fuck. And so I just show up in my robe, and she's making fun of me. Like, why are you in an apron? I was like, popcorn and gummy bears on me. I was like, I just don't fill out a fucking app. And got
What
it.
was your favorite popcorn from there? I know they had multiple flavors. If it's called fucking Popcorn Castle or whatever. the fuck.
Popcorn Palace?
Palace.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
Popcorn Castle's the fucking competition.
Yo, man, you know
This
Orville
Popcorn Palace.
Redenbacher?
Yeah.
That motherfucker owned Popcorn Palace. What's
Oh,
up, dude?
shit. That's serious popcorn.
So you had like he had crazy flavors.
Ah,
right?
yeah, dude. I was a cook too, man. I cooked that
Oh,
shit.
you cooked it?
Yeah.
Shit, that shit was fresh.
How old were you at the time?
Like 20?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was dope, dude. I got so fat from it.
I'll bet.
Coming home smelling like popcorn.
And so check this out. So they're like we're like, hey, well, we have stuff in there. Can the security let us in? And they're like, sure. So the last day they let us in, we're getting like our bags and stuff like that. And then we're like, you know what? Fuck these
Fuck
guys.
this, yeah.
Boom. Just like fucking like 25 pounds of candy, the leftover popcorn. Well, the popcorn only left because it's getting bad. But all the candy shit, we just walked out like fucking Santa Claus.
This is ours. I left this here yesterday.
This is my last paycheck. Fuck off.
I bought this yesterday.
And that's when they took the K-Rock. He's like, here, guys, I come in peace.
I was like, yo, you wanna hire me? Like slanging
Yeah.
fucking candy and shit.
So what was your job? What was your first job there when you got there?
Where?
At K-Rock.
I was a phone screener, the request line operator.
So that was your first, the job that you had fucking forever. That was your first job.
No. Regular request line operator.
okay,
Like
okay.
it was me looking at a wall and a phone and blinking lights going, hello, K-Rock. What do you want to hear? Limp Bizkit. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And
And you ran it down, right?
I would type it into this stupid program that they had, like Limp Bizkit, and it just like keeps counting over them.
Sure.
And then it's crazy. And then we got a different computer that had the internet, and woo, that made our job insane. That made our job so much better. Yeah, but went from.
You worked there before the internet?
Dude, I remember when
yeah.
my first job that had the internet. That was the
Bro.
best.
I worked there before K-Rock had a website.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But then, did the phone screening thing for a couple of months, and then Kevin and Bean needed a phone screener, and that's when I got in with Kevin and Bean, and then I was there for a fucking long time as a phone screener. But it's like anything else. You gotta make a job fucking. If you're gonna be there that long, you gotta do something with it.
Sure.
So then I started like the fucking Kevin and Bean podcast. Like that was all me. The guys were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's this thing that you just put it all together, and I'll do it. Don't worry about it." And then they're like, "All right, cool." So that I tricked them into giving me more hours, and I would have to get all the like air checks and shit for sales, and Super Steve knows what that's about. Yeah. So put
Radio
all the-
talk, guys.
Yeah,
I went to
dude.
radio school.
But check this out. But even I did take a class in radio, and we learned how to edit and reel to reel.
Oh, okay. So he went at the time you did then, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get to K-Rock, fucking reel to reel. All that shit out of there, dude. So
There's
none
a
of
class
that.
action lawsuit on that school, by the way.
Should take that shit down.
Yeah, none of that. So I'm fucking going like cassette to cassette, putting record, and then it's the fucking tapes, and then it's like, all right, now it's digital. And we're like, oh fuck, I gotta learn everything all over again.
Like,
Yeah.
cool. So that was all a waste of time.
Hell
So,
yeah. Waste of
dude.
time, waste of money.
You know what? It was fine, man. It changed from I'd rather learn the reel to reel than learn fucking numbers and shit.
And also,
in
like, knowing how
economics
to-
class, you know, like.
Yeah, I'd rather learn real to real than fucking mining.
And-
No offense, bro.
But plus knowing how to do that, that's like when we had the I can't remember her name, the DJ girl that was in here. Knowing how
Sister
to
Q.
Yes, knowing how to do turntables as opposed to only knowing how to do what is it called?
CDJs.
Yep, and like knowing how to do reel to reel is the same thing. Like, fool, I know how to do. It's like tattooers knowing how to build their own machines and all that stuff. Like, there's a bunch of people that don't know how to do that today, and you should know how to do all that stuff.
Yes,
you
but
know?
no. Yes and no.
Yes
because
and no, yeah.
They would tell. They're like, oh, just in case something happens to your equipment, you'll know how to do it. Bitch, there's no reels in here. Like, even if the equipment went down,
This is never gonna happen.
yeah, there is not an option to let me put reels on here and let's do the commercials. Like, fuck you. You wasted
All right, fine,
2 weeks of
fine.
our fucking whatever price.
You just
that we
have
paid.
knowledge. You have knowledge that doesn't
Useless.
matter at all. Yeah,
But
useless knowledge.
But at least it was like chill and easy, right?
It was fun.
No, it was fucking terrible. You had to like slice it, put tape
sounds
on it,
terrible.
and then
No.
you're like, oh
Sounds-
fuck, I gotta put that little piece of tape back in and put it
But
together.
it's crazy how you can take the reel to reel and like just take a word out, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was cool. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was fun.
It was fun, yeah. I was just fucking
But
around.
you're right. Like, you go to this fucking station, there's no reel to reel in here. There might be one in the closet, and you go over there, it's all fucking like.
Everybody laughs
Yeah,
at it.
they're like, reel to reel. What are you talking? Go. You want to go see one? Go over there, dude.
We have one in the bathroom. We just have it
Yeah.
up off. We just have it for display.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was useless, man. It was very, very useless. Thank
That's
you for
hilarious.
nothing.
So
Yeah,
then,
dude, when I first got to K-Rock, I really thought these guys were like hated me, bro, for some reason.
Ooh.
Like, because you guys weren't super talkative.
Well, I was the low man on the totem pole, man. I was
No,
just like, all right.
but you know what I'm saying, though? When you get there, you're the new guy and shit. But, damn, dude, the first thing I think we did was, that I got invited to was VD in Vegas.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you were there, right?
Yeah,
Was
that's
that-
what.
yeah,
Yeah,
is
that
that
was
the
the first
first
one.
one? Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
after that, I was like, "Fuck, this
yeah.
is the best fucking job in the fucking world." Dude. We were fucking destroyed by the time we got to fucking Barstow
Dude,
on the
oh,
buses.
yeah, I think-
Destroyed.
We always leave someone at Barstow because they're either wasted or they
They're
just
like, "I've had
forget.
enough.
Yeah, they just-
I've had
like,
enough,
we can't
man."
we can't handle you anymore.
We
Get
left
out.
someone at Long Beach at the parking lot. Where you go park your cars and get on the
Hilarious.
bus.
Like, you can't even
Dude, somebody
go.
was drinking so much at the parking lot that they didn't even get on the bus, dude.
fuck.
And then
They're
all
like,
kinds-
I was getting drunk because I knew I didn't have to drive. Let me on that bus.
I know. This person was like destroyed. And then Bean would follow in the car, of course. He wouldn't come in to the bus. And
That's
yeah.
spectacular. I didn't know that.
Because, you know, when you first get in there, like, I listened to K-Rock when I was a youngster because of my older sister. And then now finally you're in here. It's almost like you're playing basketball, and it's like, of course, my era, when I watched the Lakers, is like Magic, Kareem, and you see all these cats,
Just like
you know?
sit right, I could just go bother him in front of the bus right now.
Or I could just be like, hey,
dude.
pass me the ball.
Yeah, I was probably AC Green of that era. Lakers.
For sure. And that's what you think, dude. That's how you look at it, dude. You're like, oh, these guys are fucking the people that. And you know what? When you go to radio school or anything, everyone always talks about like K-Rock and this shit. And that those are the pinnacle of radio. And then when you get your first radio gig and it's like K-Rock, you're like, holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? You got drafted by the team you wanted to get drafted by.
Yeah.
And it was fucking amazing, dude. After that first trip, man, fuck, it was so fucking badass.
Yeah, dude, I felt like Lonzo Ball, you know, getting drafted by the Lakers, and then like years later, just fucking beat a kid.
But you know what, dude? It happens, man. It happens to every single person. It's happened to all the radio personalities.
Yeah.
Dude, going, you know, you did it. Cool. It was fun, man. It was fucking, honestly, the best time of my life, man. Hanging out with those guys and hanging out with Dave and everybody partying. Because it's a fucking party, dude. Especially when you know what I mean? Like Acoustic Christmas, Weenie Roast, Vegas trips. I mean, fuck, you know, dude.
Yeah.
That's the shit, man.
And it's like leaving that. It's because I was in San Francisco and didn't want to be a piercer anymore. And I was talking to Scott Silvio, who's my favorite tattooer ever, and I was like, dude, I just don't. you know, and he goes, you got caught at the party, man. And I go, is that what it is? He goes, you stayed too long at the party, you know? He goes, I'm sure you saw some exits. And it's like, the party's still going, going. And he goes, and now you got caught, you stayed too long at the party. And I was like, that's exactly what I did, you know?
You know what? Yes and no. Like, I stayed at the party and maybe too long, but I'm full. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't miss it. Because whatever is going on over there now, it's not the same.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
fuck
so
no.
Like that house that everybody was partying in the backyard, like you go now, you peek over and it's you don't see nobody. You know, you don't see the music that you like.
That's how I felt. Like I was there for the party. I cleaned up the party. Like the party's over, cleaned it up. Started a new party. That party sucked. So that party said beat it. I was like, all right, cool.
You know what I mean? But you were there for like. It's always funny when I see on Facebook and stuff, and like you had those people that weren't there for the party, but they're like, oh man, K-Rock was so dope. I'm glad I worked there. Blah blah blah. Motherfucker, you have no idea. You have no idea. You came in at the wrong time, bro. I came in at the tail end of what it was.
Yeah.
You know, where there was like wieners hanging out, when chicks were flashing, when it was bonkers, dude.
There's a bumper sticker for an old tattoo shop that said I got in at the tail end of when it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, like
But the funny thing is, like, yeah, we were in at the peak of it, right? But we weren't in at the craziest part. Like the stories of the 80 K-Rock and stuff like that. Like, if Lightning ever fucking finishes that documentary, I can't wait to see it because I want to know what I missed. You know, like,
I'll bet.
Like, I want to know what was happening when, like I didn't listen to K-Rock growing up because I listened to rap and hip-hop and shit like that. But then once the 90s came and Rage came, and that's like, I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, kind of a blend. Let's listen to this. And that's when, like, you hear, like, the Jed the Fishes and the Sluggos, and you're just like, whoa, shit, Carson Daly's and Strikers. Well, Strikers a little later. But, you know, like, that, they made it sound fun. And like, hearing the old stories, that was... Like, when there's drugs on the fucking console, like, you're like, whoo.
Hell yeah.
Now all I saw was dirt, but, you know, like, I was like, oh, man, there used to be cocaine there. Not that I did it, but I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Well, I will say from this end, I always tried to get a job at K-Rock. Never made it there, but got close enough to where I became friends with Super Steve. He got me a tour on the inside, and I think that was the closest thing that I was going to get, but I was fucking happy with just that. Like, I got to see the walls. I got to put a Pigs Radio sticker on Kevin and Bean's morning cup where they put their shit at, took a picture of it, and, like, it was cool. Like, I got to see it. Like,
which studio?
Studio...
The one off of Fairfax.
Ah, yeah, the second worst one. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah.
I got to hang out at the sound space there.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope. That was the best thing that I think that happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was all Chuck, right? Like,
and seeing some of the biggest bands in that little spot.
I didn't go to any shows in that space.
You didn't go to
No, not a one. No.
You missed out, bro.
I know. I fucked up.
You missed out.
Yeah.
You missed out. That was insane. That small little room, and then the biggest bands playing it. And you're just like,
that's when it's crazy.
So
dude.
dope.
And they're trying to do production in there, and there's all these fucking shit everywhere. You're like, how the fuck are you gonna fit the 100 people you told you're gonna come in here?
Yeah.
God damn.
What was the size of that room? What's the capacity supposed to be?
Like,
I think it was like 200, right?
230 or something like that.
And that's slammed.
And then they'll be like, all right, we could invite 200 people, then plus, you know, employee friends and label people, and then they're like, ooh, production, let's cut another 50, and then all right, there's 100 people here. Like, okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, because you got, you know, the bigger bands, they're bringing all their shit. Because they have to sound just as good as they do when they're at a concert.
Yeah. That's not so bullshit.
And the production comes in fucking like, oh, you're like, holy shit. And it's just
deep.
Yeah, and next thing you know, the 200 ends up fucking 85.
Yeah, you remember like you know the band Arcade Fire?
Yeah.
They have like 45 members.
It's fucking ridiculous.
They played that room.
Where?
Exactly. They were like literally on the floor. That's how like they had to play because there was no room for them on the stage.
And that stage is actually pretty decent for what it is.
Yes.
I mean, you can fit at least
they've extended it on some of them, so they would, you know, rent more pieces and add to a side and front.
But I mean, the couple of times that I was there, where it wasn't over the top, where it needed to be built out for whatever reason. I went there a handful of times, and it was always the same size. Like,
yeah, it was nice.
You know, nice.
It's like what you do here, bro. Like you've had stories of like what was the one where you had like
fucking we had a 7-piece fucking ska band with a 4-piece horn section, and like we made that shit fucking
And
work.
a fucking organ, right?
Fucking this organ that took up half of the outside. It was bigger than the drum set, and it was from the 80s, and it was only used for 3 fucking songs or 1 song or something stupid. Like,
Yeah.
God, shout out to Unsound
They
Sunday.
need to have it. That doesn't mean they don't need to have it.
Dude, that reminds me of like one of my first days as Kevin and Bean phone op. Back in the Burbank days, we didn't have any of that shit, right? So if bands performed, they had to play in the hallway, in the kitchen, and wherever they could fit. Deftones playing in the studio.
No fucking way.
The studio's the size of your studio, right? But my first week there, Brian Setzer Orchestra comes in, fucking plays. I'm sitting in my little chair and looking at the wall, and there's fucking horns and saxophones just oh man, I'm like, God damn it. I was like, this job's gonna suck, isn't it? Like,
This is Dave typing in the fucking winter like, fuck you and your Limp Bizkit fucking free ticket. Shut up, Brian, fucking horns. Fuck, no way.
Yeah, but that was cool. But that's why, I mean, like, that was in Burbank, and the Burbank Studios is and will always be the best K-Rock ever.
Why is that?
Because it was just so real. Like, everything was
Like DIY kind of shit?
Not DIY because they had, like, good equipment and stuff, but Super Z, you've been in Burbank, right?
It's like here.
It's an office building.
Yeah. So
It's an office building, and, like,
converted into a studio.
yeah.
Okay.
So and it had such character, and everyone was so cool there, and it felt like the radio stations you see on TV where everyone's like cool, like, hey, what's up, man? We're gonna put shit on the walls and we don't give a fuck, rock and roll. That's what Burbank was. Then once we got to Venice, it was all corporate because there was like multiple stations, and then like all the bosses were there and stuff like that. And then once we went to Wilshire, it was even worse. So it was like just it went wow.
Well, not because you go to Venice and shit, and there's other stations there, and then they're all butt hurt because they're not K-Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, "Fuck, you guys think you're so cool, bitch."
Yeah.
Wish you were
Sorry,
working here.
Jack FM.
Yeah. You wish you were working here, fool. Fuck.
So how long were you with K-Rock then?
22 years.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
If you're a cop, you can retire.
Is that right?
I don't know.
No, yeah, like you can retire like at 20,
Yeah, I
20
think,
years.
I don't know.
For
Yeah.
the most part, like city jobs and stuff like that are 20 years.
Okay. Well, not this one though.
Yeah.
So 22 years, you go
Yeah.
in, your apron, you get a job, you start answering phones. Now you start phone screening for Kevin and Bean, and then you manage their podcast. Did you do anything else like while you were there, like as far as you're tenured?
Well, like, so during the phone screen days, that's when they started putting me on air a little more, and obviously I got the Machier, the name, the King of Mexico, and
How'd you even get that, by the way?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Really?
Jimmy Kimmel gave it.
nice.
We were at lunch, and they used to call me Half Salad because I was like going to lunch with these big guys, and these fucking rich fuckers, and I'm this little poor kid, and I'm like, yo, this salad's $24. I can't afford that shit.
For lettuce?
Not knowing that, of course, these fuckers are gonna pay, but I'm not gonna be that dick. Like, yo, give me the steak. Like,
I'm gonna die, guys.
yeah. So I was like, oh, I just like the half salad. I like salad, guys. Give me that salad. And Jimmy's like, what the fuck, half salad? And then like they found out I failed Spanish in high school and I didn't speak Spanish. And then Jimmy's like, what the fuck? Are you the fucking King of Mexico or something? And it stuck, and here we are.
There it is.
That's fast.
Yeah, but so they put me on air a lot. They started using me and stuff like that, and like doing not man on the street stuff, but like skit, like going out and doing things with the van drivers, and then put the podcast together, and then I started becoming a little more behind the scenes, and then I moved over, like when Jay left, I moved over to assistant producer, and then I moved over to producer, and then from there, I spent most of my time as phone screener. Then the most is producing the show.
So you were actually producing which show on there on K-Rock?
Yeah, I was producing Kevin and Bean show.
Kevin and Bean Morning Show.
Kevin and Bean
Yeah.
Morning Show.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I went from the low man to like the boss, the man, and that'll be the one that we got. No, guys, we can't do that, and like, nope, you have too much hours, sir. You gotta go home. And I was like, oh man, that was not fun.
You became the guy you hated.
Yeah, man.
I think it always becomes that way.
But check this out. It's so funny because like there was this one time I remember. It was Acoustic Christmas, and this is the type of shit, right? Like that made K-Rock awesome. and our job awesome. I was like, Acoustic Christmas, partied all night, and I was supposed to be at work at 5 a.m. on Monday morning. Nah. It's fucking Super Steve outside. Dave, wake up. It's Kevin and Bean.
Yeah.
Then they called me because I over fucking slept. I partied too hard. I just slept in, and then I get to the station. I'm like, nah, sorry guys, and they're like, whatever. Like, you know, like whatever. It was a bit, so all right, cool. Don't do it again.
We got something out of it.
Yeah, don't do it again. Yeah, sure. But then, as a producer, you're like, where's this motherfucker?
Like,
Get out of here, beer mug.
Cannot believe the unprofessional bullshit.
Yeah.
Guys, handle your shit.
How was that actual transition trying to go from like, hey, I'm just one of the guys, now I'm one of the fucking guys, but now I have power and I need you guys to do your job and blah, blah, blah.
Well, you know, you see people, and going up, you see different people the way they do it, and you're either like, I'm going to do it kind of like that, or I'm going to pick and choose how they did it, or I'm definitely not doing it like that, and I try to make it my own, you know, and being there in the bottom, you know, I knew what it's like, I knew the struggles that people are going through, so I always try to help them and you know, build these people up, but at the same time, don't fuck with me, man. Like, you know, because
Like, I was there, I know.
Yeah,
I know all the tricks.
and I know,
Yeah.
don't be shitty. Be better. Be better than me, you know? Like, 'cause I feel like a fucking dad. Like, you know, like, oh, I've been there, son, but fucking, you could be better than me.
You don't have to make the same mistakes I made.
Exactly.
You don't have to.
I lived it, man.
Yeah.
Learn from me. Learn from my mistakes.
I did it so you don't have to.
Exactly.
man.
Learn from my fun.
The Yoda of radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
So just to clear, you are Mexican then, right? You are from Mexican descent at least, or just
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
Yes.
But
yes,
you don't still don't speak a lick of Spanish?
No habla. No.
Wow.
No.
The fuck.
I guess a lick is. Listen. I
can already talk.
I
He's
can
supposed to
understand it.
Escucha, all right?
Yeah, like on the podcast, I didn't know what I can't even say it. La Llorona is, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I
Don't
didn't
say
know.
her name, bro.
I
What
didn't
the
know.
fuck?
Yeah, okay, so I didn't know the tale, and someone called in
Don't
and just
say her name.
and someone just called. It's not Halloween time, man. We're good.
Doesn't matter. You don't fucking call her.
Why? That's not a Halloween thing. That's an everyday thing.
Yeah, bro.
Ah, see, I don't know.
I
this
went
shit.
to where she fucking drowned her kids. You just don't.
Yeah, okay. Well, someone just called in and yelled at me, like, how the fuck, Nita? But speaking all these like, Spanish words, and I was like, listen, I don't know the tale, I don't know Spanish, but I know what you're saying. And it ain't nice.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I was like,
exactly what you're saying
yeah.
right now.
I was like,
Fucking asshole.
if I'm hungry or I want to cuss at somebody or get some beer, I can speak Spanish.
I know
you
all
know,
kinds of Spanish.
The necessities.
Yeah.
Any superstars act like an ass on K-Rock?
What's up?
Does Dave the King of Mexico have any crazy superstars acting like an ass on K-Rock stories?
Acting like an ass. You know what? I don't really have any. Like, of course there's like prima donnas of like people who like don't talk to me or like it's not even don't talk to me. It's just like I'm trying to get ready for the interview. And
I'm in the zone.
I'm in the zone, yeah. But I'll tell you a cool story is Dave Matthews, right? Dave Matthews, 6:30 a.m. comes in and he doesn't have to be there till like 8, so he's way early. And he's like, "Hey, do you have a Diet Coke?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." And he goes, "Cool. Do you have Jack Daniels?" I was like, "Actually, I do. Hold it tight." Homeboy just starts mixing it, dude. And just like, "All right, I'll see you guys later." And I was like, "Fuck yeah." That's fucking Dave Matthews.
At 6:30
in the morning.
dog.
Yeah. And then on the flip side of that, like, it's not a bad thing, but remember McLovin, right?
Sure, of
Christopher
course.
Mintz-Plasse. He comes in and him and it turns out to be his dad and I'm like, "Yo, bro, like, yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, do you want you want soda, coffee, drinks, beers, vodka, anything? What do you need?" And he goes, "He's 20. I was like, "Okay, guess it's soda for you, buddy."
You don't bring your dad to the
He's
radio.
20.
Yeah, he's like, "He's 20, he's underage." I was like, "Fuck, sorry, Dad."
Which isn't the same thing as he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was like,
he
dude,
doesn't drink.
It's fucking McLovin. He's fucking drinking, dude.
Did you not watch the movie?
Yeah.
Like, he has a big ID.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many lot of
He has
stories.
a fake ID.
Fuck yeah. You know he drinks, and the father just didn't want to make it like,
Yeah,
oh,
of
I allow
course.
him to drink.
Or
Come
like
on.
after he leaves, it's like, yo, you know that kid, you get on the air and it's like, you know that kid was in here drinking, right? Start talking story on the air about that shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Anger 20,
Keep it
dog.
That
clean.
could happen.
Keep it
you know?
clean.
Yeah.
Trying to set him up to look bad.
But then again, that's not rock and roll anymore. That's not the 80s K-Rock, right? That's
Nah.
more fucking, that's more
Yeah.
streamlined, right?
Yeah, man.
See?
You know? Dude,
Yeah.
we used to have a kegerator in the office.
Yep.
Like,
What?
I remember Guinness dropped off a kegerator, and I fucking hate Guinness. So I was like, I'm bummed. This sucks. But it's
This
fun.
is the worst job for you, by the way. Everything that's happening, you fucking
I
hate.
thought-
Guinness, yeah. It's
pretty
Yeah, so
morning,
Gu-
dude,
I mean,
yeah.
listen, I don't know if you guys like Guinness, but to me, it's
No.
garbage, dude.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
trash,
drink
right?
that.
No, dude, I do like Guinness, but like
You drink
in the morning.
You drink
Right.
one and you're like fucking
Yeah.
full, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're just like, ugh. But so we get it, and we literally had it for 40 hours because the first day we had it, everyone's came by and we're giving it out. People got drunk and like there was fucking shit everywhere. The GM comes, you guys gotta get rid of
That's
it. I was
like,
like,
yo,
oh, man.
Ah, boo.
we measured productivity yesterday. It was
What's it-
down
0%.
40%.
Yeah.
This thing has gotta go right now.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, though. Good
Yeah,
idea.
it was fun. It was fun. It was cool, man. I was like,
Trying to
"Oh,
raise
thanks,
morale
guys."
in the office.
You know, just be cool.
It's always the weird mix that I remember when I was a kid. So I was a teenager. So like early mid 90s, going to the MTV building in Santa Monica, the audition, and you go inside and they had like a big wall of fucking TVs and an Airstream trailer in the lobby, like all fucking decked out on the inside. And it looked like what you would hope MTV would look like. You
Yeah.
know, when you walked in, it's like, oh man, the chick at the front desk was like professional, but with an edge to her. You know, it's like, dude, this is awesome. And that's how I felt like when you go to K-Rock and you start seeing this shit on the walls and the autographs and all that stuff. It feels like obviously this is a place where people work, but some cool shit goes
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
there.
a
too,
foosball
like-
table in there, which
Right,
I
right.
have at home now.
Yeah. Oh, do you have
Yeah,
that
I
foosball?
do have the
table?
foosball?
Yeah, I take that shit. Hell yeah.
Come get it if you
Come
don't like
get
it.
it. Come get it. I'll play you for it. I love foosball. I gotta take it, man. I gotta take it.
Are you a hustler? Like you'll take people's money with like three
No,
shots and shit?
I won't play to lose and then, shark you. I'll just beat you from the get-go. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about money. I'd rather
Yeah.
just fucking just kick your ass.
Are you like a team player, or you like the dude like fucking
Solo.
playing like all what's up,
Solo.
what's up, fucking octopus man
Yeah,
here,
solo.
hopping it out.
Because your teammate always sucks.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Then you're like, get back there, dude. And you're like, fuck.
Dude, I got it. I got it.
get
It's
the fuck
fine.
outta
I'll play
here.
2-on-1.
I don't think I've ever played foosball
No, me
like in a
either.
real game. I'd been like, oh fuck it, hit it once. Fuck.
Nah.
I don't think
I don't play no more.
This game sucks.
I've
Like-
never made one of those dudes hit the ball. You know, I mean, I know I've grabbed the handles before,
Yeah.
but not with a ball on it. I just
And you know who was good was Adrian Garcia. He was real good at that shit
Really?
too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So when you start playing that shit, you'll see some guys come out like, oh, what's up? And then fuck you. You play. You know how to play, dick. Don't fuck around. Just play
it's
a good
fun the
game.
little small things that give people away.
Yeah.
When they're trying to like act like they don't know how to do something, and you see what's like, oh, man, fuck you. You know how to
I
do
played
it.
with the band Against Me. They came in for an interview, and they're huge foosball guys.
Yeah.
They even have their own foosballs with their logo on them.
Oh, no
No
shit.
So they
way.
gave me a few. They were there playing, and they got interviewed, and they came out, and they were like, "You want to play?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I play." Fucking, it was dope. It was cool just to play with,
Did you beat
some
them?
bands. No, we played teams. We won the first game and lost the second. So it was me and the lead singer, and then two of the other guys, and yeah, we won
He
one, lost
probably
one.
he let
Even
him win because it
Stevens.
was it was his bandmates. He's gonna
Yeah, he's not gonna humiliate
Skunk 'em
them.
2
Yeah,
games
yeah,
in a
yeah.
row.
But it was cool, man. It was really cool. That's the kind of shit though that went on in the halls of K-Rock, man. You know what I'm saying?
Foosball.
Dude, not even that. Like foosball, but with the band. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
sure.
And you got other bands just coming in, hanging out, peeking into the promotions and the shit. Like, hey, what's up, guys? It was just fucking cool. So when they asked the question if there's any asshole superstars coming through or rock stars, remember K-Rock is the #1 station. They all want their shit played on
Sure,
them.
this is
So
not.
I'm
this
not
is
showing
not
up.
when they're gonna come be an asshole.
I'm not gonna be a dick.
You know-
I'm gonna come up and be fucking. What's up, fellas?
But honestly, you know what was the real best part about it? Is you're there working, you're fucking tired, and then they're like, yo, we got food in the conference room.
Yeah, I was like free food.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Hell yeah.
And then I remember they're like, we got barbecue in the back. I'm like, oh, let's go. We go
Yeah.
out, and it's fucking Dave Grohl barbecuing. Hey, man, what's up?
No shit.
Yeah. He's like, this is my new barbecue spot. And we're like, what is going on?
Like, cool, Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Well,
Take,
that was what I was gonna say when he said, "Is they're assholes."
That's
There
also the
probably
opposite, but what about
the
the opposite?
opposite
Yeah.
is like a superstar like Dave Grohl will come in and he'll talk to you. He's
Yeah.
not too big for anybody. He'll be like you said, he'll be making burgers or barbecue, whatever it is back there, and he's happy to serve you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so when you have a superstar like that holding it down, anyone else that comes in, like, fuck you.
That's like, I always remember listening and Gwen bringing cookies.
Yes.
That was another thing that I remember that for listening for years, and every time they came in, this bitch brought cookies. You know?
I still have her Tupperware.
Shut the fuck up, really?
I do, yeah. She
What
brought
the
cookies.
fucking-
The last time she came in, it was like for like bath water or something. They were promoting that last album, Rocksteady, and she goes, guys, I brought cookies, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. She's still doing it. And then I was like, guys, you don't want the cookies? All right, well, I'm gonna take them home.
Take these
And it's
fucking-
Gwen's
go
Tupperware.
By the way, you're so
go lick this Tupperware
Yeah.
real fast.
Sleep with this Tupperware tonight.
You are such a Mexican, by the way. You steal Tupperware, and there's something earlier today where you sound like, fuck.
You may not speak
Mexican.
Spanish,
No,
but
but
you're
you
a
are
fucking
you
Mexican.
are true Mexican.
That's not true, True Mexican is getting the butter container and making that Tupperware.
Oh,
He probably does that too.
You
No,
open it
no,
up,
don't
there's
do
like
that.
beans. There's beans. What the fuck? I was looking for parquet.
You know, I used to get my lunch in fucking a sour cream.
yeah, sour cream container.
Sour cream container, something with a sandwich and an apple inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, as producer of the Kevin and Bean, what does that really mean? Like, that sounds like fucking cool titles and shit for cool people, but what does that really mean? What are you doing for the Kevin and Bean as producer?
Well, essentially, you're booking guests. You're booking the, you're steering the show of where they need to go. Right? They give you the ideas. You put it together. You keep them on track. It's a lot of like grunt work too. But it's also
Time management.
It's time management. You got to keep the show running. I'm the dick in his ear going, you got to break. You got to break.
Go to break.
And
Go to break.
And it's you just got to keep the show tight and obviously
Moving forward.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback, and Kevin and Bean on wide receivers. Everyone
And
else
the
on
running
linemen
back,
and
yeah.
shit, running backs. You know what I'm saying? And he's
Coach.
just
I'm the coach. Yeah, I'm the
yeah.
coach calling the plays. Like, I'm in the ears going, hey,
Yeah, there you go, yeah, coach.
and then
Yeah, yeah,
like if something like if there's a guest and they were steering in one direction, I'm like, typing up, ask them about
Sure.
this, or hey, this information just came in, and you got to feed them information and just like steer the way. That's right.
Or
Coach
even,
is a good analogy.
Even bigger than that, I would imagine that not even just day to day, week to week, month to month, the flow of how the show's going, like seeing trends. And,
I mean,
trying to steer it away or try.
Yeah, and then like I'm the gatekeeper. Like we went, our show like was a fucking roller coaster. We would like be this type of show, and then all of a sudden we just went like straight pop culture, right? And then I was the gatekeeper of, all right, what's gonna be relevant, what's gonna be fun, what are you guys gonna be good at? Here's who I pitch, and I think that will make the show better. Or like people, they'll be like, hey, let's have this guy. I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work, dude. Like, nah, it's not gonna be good. But then I would have to go and get these people, and put them on the air, and so it's just it's weird. Is like the job evolves too.
Sure.
So the way I started is not the way I finished it. So it's just a lot of little things.
You just got the job
together.
done.
Got the job done.
Let me ask you this: how did you feel when people started falling off? When people started leaving? When people started getting let go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't there anymore on the show itself.
Yeah.
But even I would feel like, fuck, you're seeing something being dismantled,
Sure.
as something that you enjoy, something you were a part of, something that you, even before you were there, you were like, fuck, I've always wanted to be a part of that. Like, when I was like, I've told the story 100 times. When I was in high school with my boys, I was like, I'm gonna be on K-Rock, and I'm like, fuck you. And when you make it, and you're there, and then you see it, just like piece by piece, just starting to go away. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't, like, at the time, you can't look at it like that, like things are falling apart. You gotta
No,
think about...
I'm not thinking about falling apart per se, but
yeah,
like
but
it's
you
coming
see,
to an end, you know?
You see, yeah, but that's... I couldn't look at it like that, right?
Yeah.
I had to see, like, this piece is missing, so I have to reassemble the show to make it
So your mind's
still
even in
run.
a different.
My mind's going in a
fucking zone.
different way. Like fuck, man, we lost this part. You know, think about like back to the coach analogy.
Yeah.
Your star player goes out. You got to readjust the game plan of
Yeah.
how to make it a successful team. So
Or who are you gonna put in that position to
exactly,
to
or
keep
what?
It going?
So it's not a who. It's a what or a when or a how or like a topic or bring something else, bring something new to the table and reinvent the wheel. So so just how can we keep this fucking motor going? You know, do we need duct tape here or you know?
That's right.
Let's put some NOS here or something like that.
If you can't duck it, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
When you started producing the morning show, who was the roster? Who was on the morning show at the time?
That's a good question because I used to tell the guys like, "Hey, how could you not remember what the fuck you did last week?" Now I can't remember. Wow. Yeah. But I think it was. Let's see. When I started producing, it was
Bean gone or
no. It was Kevin, Bean, Ralph, and Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was Kevin, Bean, Ralph, Lisa.
Was Money still there? Money? Or he
Money
already
was
left?
not there. No.
Fuck,
No,
I forgot
Money.
he was even on that goddamn show.
Yeah.
I know that's how I was like, oh yeah, that's how you know Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent years sitting next to the guy, man. It was
That
he was
cool
awesome.
as
I love
fuck.
Money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mike was there.
Mike
Or Mike was already
came
gone.
back. He
Came back.
Yeah. What was it? No, he wasn't there. Shit. See, I don't even know. I don't even know what positions or who was what.
I know Mike had come back and forth, like he'd do some stuff once in the Blue Moon at that time. Was Beer Mug there already?
Yeah. Beer Mug was there because we hired
Chip
him.
was there.
Chip was there. These all people came later. Yeah, but fuck yeah, man.
But I know the core was Lisa, Kevin, Bean, and Ralph. He still had the core of the group.
And me as a screener, the gatekeeper.
That's right.
I'm gonna say it was all when I was the screener. That's when it was top. Not just kidding.
So, but when you started producing, it was still that lineup, and you're still
Yeah.
pitching ideas, and you're producing the show at that time.
And it's weird because me being the screener, I would say shit and they'll be like, shut the fuck up, and like, all right, cool. And then as a producer, I'm like, hey, no, you listen to me.
You shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, I would be like, okay, but seriously, listen to me.
I know what I'm talking about.
I know things,
on,
guys.
guys.
I've been here. I watched you, man.
This is
all right?
This
I
is my
learned from
job,
watching
right?
you.
This is my job. Let me
No,
tell
but it
you.
was cool that they like trusted me to kind of steer them and lead them to the finish line because we all knew like it was gonna come to an end at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of all right, let's
ride it
out to the end. So
Yeah.
and we did.
It's like that empty tank. You just keep fucking going. Like
Zero
fuck
club,
it.
baby.
Damn,
Says
Kevin.
Are we still
Goddamn.
going? Are we still going?
Yeah.
Then don't
Yeah.
tell me.
By the way, that's bullshit. I don't think you could ever run out of gas. It's just false. Like I've never done it, so I don't think you can.
I've never run out of gas in I've only run out of gas in cars that were made in the 50s. I have run out of gas because the gas gauge didn't work. You
Can't
have to,
trust
You
it.
have to do
It's
math.
either full or empty.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
have
like,
to do
all right,
math. I'm
I think.
like, I've driven fucking. I should be all right. Then it's like, fuck. I did that math wrong.
How was the transition now to podcasting for you?
Oh man, it was.
Are you producing your podcast?
Now I am. Yeah.
Oh, 'cause I was going to ask you how's it not to be producing things, but
Yeah.
never mind. You are.
Yeah. So when we started the podcast, it was Omar, myself, and Beer Mug, which we did a podcast called the B Team, which was we recapped old Kevin and Bean shit.
Super
and
fun,
like,
too.
Yeah, it was cool,
Super
man.
fun.
It was good. Lightning started it with Omar and I, and then Lightning left, and then Omar and I took over and brought in Beer Mug. And kept that going, and then when we all, well, not we all, because they still work there, but when I got let go and the team got let go, we obviously stopped the B team, and then we, a couple months later, we started Jankytown, and we did that, and then Omar recently left, so now we're in the retooling structure of starting the podcast again, and how we're gonna restructure and continue Jankytown, which
So you hate Omar? You fired him?
no, he
That's
quit.
what I
He
heard.
quit.
Something
He hates
about
us.
you.
Nah.
It's part of the problem right now. That's what you're saying.
Omar, we hate you.
No, don't say that.
No,
but
I'm just kidding.
but it was funny. I would tell Omar though. I was like, man, Kevin and Bean, then Stryker and Klein, and then all of this. I was like, what's the common factor? It's like, oh shit, it's you, man. You're the one killing things. Nah, but that was
like Ted McGinley on
Yeah.
fucking-
yes, the Ted McGinley curse. Nah, but that was a joke. But yeah, man. So now we're about to we've been doing it. Beer Mug and I have been doing a couple of episodes just to finish out the year, and now we're gonna start again in January and keep it going.
Nice.
Keep it going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Podcasts are fun, man. We were trying to do this podcast for a very long time, for quite a few years. Different variations. Me and Johnny started one before, all of them with Mario, of course, and then other people, and then 5 people, 3 people, 2 people, and then finally, when the pandemic hit, it just hit. It just worked,
Yeah. So when do you guys start pop and lock in, or what do you do?
At the beginning.
I was
that's
like,
what-
yo, am I gonna come in about the pop and lock? I don't
Yes,
know, man.
yes.
Get ready to
instructions.
battle. I have some
Yeah.
cardboard outside. We can go.
No, the name came during the pandemic because everybody was leaving California and talking shit on California as they were
Yeah,
leaving.
stupid fucks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I came in, and we didn't have a name. We had already done a few shows, just
Yeah.
practicing for the most part.
Of course, yeah.
And I came in and go, we're the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Not thinking like, God damn, that's a fucking long ass name. Because I was listening to the song on the way here, and I was just pumped. I'm like, fuck all these assholes talking all this bullshit about California. You're not even from here. You come here,
Exactly.
you make it, and then you fucking bounce and shit on us on your way out.
Yeah.
You fucking assholes. You get all the fucking expensive Dodger tickets, and we can't even
you're
go.
sitting behind home plate, not me.
You piece of shit. And we just went from there. And then, I think it was like on the 3rd one, we're like, God damn, that fucking name is long.
Like, holy
What the
shit.
fuck was
I wasn't
thinking?
gonna fight him on it. I was like, well, I didn't work in radio.
Yeah,
what the
whatever.
fuck do I know? But as I'm typing everything out, I'm like, fuck you,
website,
Steve.
the
At the fucking very
Instagram.
end, like, Jesus Christ. Like, but you know what? Fuck it.
The only good part about it is all the handles were available on social media.
Hell yeah.
Did you have to shorten it? Like West Coast is like
They're like,
WST.
they're like, that's too many
It's too many
letters.
characters. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. One of the hardest thing about like starting a podcast or a show or anything is fucking titling it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everything sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Until, look at our fucking name, Jankytown. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But
But-
then it works now. I think it works. I hope it works.
And by the way, you can follow Jankytown69 on Instagram.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Because there was no 6'8".
Jankytown wasn't available?
Yeah, it wasn't. There was
yeah.
another Jankytown where like,
There's a Jankytown 1 through 68. What
No,
do you mean?
so there's another Jankytown podcast, and we looked at it, we're like, gives a fuck.
Fuck these dudes.
yeah.
We like it.
Hell
we
yeah.
we already applied for Apple, so we're gonna go with it. So
It's like if a band already has your name, but you're like, we're better. They live in Iowa. Like, we're fucking.
Yeah,
fuck
we're in
them.
LA,
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
you.
them.
it's like Bush and Bush X, We're like, all right, fuck it.
Until he gets a cease and desist letter. Then it's
Fine,
not. Then it's not
whatever.
real.
Fuck 'em.
Well, at least you can call yourself 6'9". You got that handle going for you. So.
No, I don't want to be called 6'9" at all.
Aw.
It's Dave 6'9".
Dave 6'9".
No.
El más chingón.
I'll start ratting you guys out, man.
And you had a story about Compton because we're in a
Oh,
secret location
yeah.
in Compton. And,
So Steve hits me up. He's like, yo, we're in Compton. I was like, ooh, haven't been to Compton in a long time. So I used to live in Long Beach, and I remember Compton. So I'm driving in. I literally passed the sign of Compton, welcome to Compton. I make a left onto a street, and a motherfucker comes like 100 miles per hour down the street, almost just straight up. We're playing chicken, and I had to move out of the way and just zoom. I was like, how do I step into Compton and almost get killed? I was like, are we back in the 80s, dude, or what the fuck?
welcome to
Yeah,
Compton.
yeah.
Compton.
I'm surprised he didn't hit a pothole.
I
and
thought
go
that's what the
flying,
story was going to be.
whatever.
Like, hey, I came in and I fucking sunk my fucking Prius into a hole.
My Prius said, get out of here. I just ate it.
Yeah, because the potholes here are fucking crazy.
And why?
Fuck
were
you,
we,
Compton, you potholes.
Why?
Fuck your potholes.
What were we talking about that we wanted to talk about to Dave about watching TV?
Oh, when you did the TV challenge. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
sat there.
but why? I mean, it doesn't matter. But we wanted to bring this up to speak to you about this.
I think it was because it was like, hey, what, like at 2 in the morning. Who the fuck's there? Because people were still walking by. Was there bums outside? Who was?
Which one? Which time you talking about? When I
He
did
did
it
twice or two
twice.
times? Two
Twice.
times.
Yeah.
I think it was the second time.
I did it at Staples Center. Rest in peace, Staples Center. Crypto Arena. I did it
Crypto
there.
Arena. You did a Crypto Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sign. See the signs come down.
I
the
did
picture.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't know
that's
that.
lettering.
Yeah.
So, Free, how long did you watch television for?
The first time 100 hours. The second time 92 hours, and that was at Hollywood and Highland.
Hollywood and Highland. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
And you can go see him and shit. People be over signs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey, man, go
So-
for
so
it.
They call you too, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I remember calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a phone and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, so the first time, like, it was funny because the first time, like you have to document everything you're watching, and the video camera has, unless you pay Guinness
To come out.
like 25 grand to come and someone watch you, right, or a couple of people to watch you, you have to record all the whole attempt. Do the ledgers and everything. And of course, we work at fucking K-Rock, and how professional are we, right? So I get a tap at like hour 8. Hey, we forgot to change the tape.
Hilarious.
So we're like, motherfuckers. All right, well, we planned this to go the whole fucking week, so guess what? We're going. So I mean, the first time it was like, I don't give a fuck. So then I took naps, and I wouldn't watch TV. Like I would look around, and because you're supposed to like look at it. Not you could look away for like 15, 20 seconds and then come back like to readjust your eyes and shit. And you would get like 5 minutes every hour. So I would save up every 8 hours. I'd have 20 minutes, and that's when I'll take a nap. But of course, the first couple of days, I just stayed up the whole fucking day and watched it. But yeah, people would come over, and then by the third day, it became a party, and there was like WWE or WWF at the time, and then there was like Kings games, and people walking by going, "What the fuck is happening?" Just a guy in a chair, dude, looking at TV, and it was fun. And then like I got all the food I wanted. People would just come drop off food. I remember this girl was like, "Yeah, what's up?" and picked up her shirt and was putting them on the glass. I was like, "That's pretty dope." I was like, "All right."
I'm watching TV
I was
over
like,
here.
"Man, I'm trying to watch TV. Let's get into the good part." And like DirecTV hooked it up, and this is like when DVRs were just starting the first time, and and then the second time it was legit. Like, all right, here we go. We're in it. Our technology's better, and then of course same shit. Oh, we forgot to ledger
Holy
shit. So both
shit.
times our fucking promotions department fucked it up.
Shit the bed on you.
Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck, dude.
I'm
it was,
just
it was
saying.
cool. Yeah, I know.
Like, they had one fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, you got one fucking job. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we forgot to put tape.
You know the most important
The
thing?
tape was
we
funny,
forgot
though.
about that.
I laughed like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And mind you, I'm still the phone screener, right? But this is the type of shit like
That
we
you would
did,
do, yeah.
like And they're like, "Well, you like to watch TV? Let's do it." But you know what? Like on the first time, they hooked it up with like for doing it for.
And you like a big screen TV.
I got the TV that I was watching. They gave it to me, and it was
that's
like
cool.
the size of this table. But
Back in the day when that shit
that
mattered,
shit was
yeah.
dope. It was HD, fucking huge, this big ass screen, and then
Did it have a huge back?
it did. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
of course
Like,
I had
it was
a
the size of
giant
this table.
back.
Yeah.
The
It was the size of
digital
this table.
projection ones?
Yeah, dude. Like I remember Lightning was talking about the tubes and shit. I was like, I don't
Oh,
fucking
dude.
care, dude. Like, just it looks dope though. Thank you. I got that. I got that for doing it. I was a big Dawson's Creek fan, so Lightning hooked it up and got me a spot on Dawson's Creek. They flew me out to North Carolina to go film Dawson's Creek and hang out
What the
with the
fuck?
crew
That's-
for a day. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That was dope.
Fuck.
But and the
Were
best
you a high school student?
no, I was no. Yeah, at age 22, high school student. No, I was
Sounds about right.
I was background couple number 1, and then UPS man. Yeah, I had two spots in one episode, and the best one was I got to visit a porn set.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was the first prizes I got for the first one, and then the second attempt I got like I forgot what I got, but then like our promotions director at the time hooked it up. Like she gave me a whole row for Gwen Stefani was playing that Friday night at the bowl, and she got me a whole row and a hotel room and a party and shit like that. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So I stayed up for 92 hours and then went out and partied the whole fucking night.
Damn.
The next day, like, you know, that whole night to watch Gwen and then back to the hotel party. I was like, hey, you guys have a hotel? Let's fucking party.
Let's party.
And then we partied. So and then I slept for like 2 days, but you know.
You know what? I would agree with D from the Dungeon podcast. This dude had the best job ever. It's an interesting job. That's for
you,
saying,
man.
dude. That's-
Like Super Steve said, it was a fucking good time, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Did it pay the bills in the end? You know,
You know,
we'll see.
I mean,
but you
It's
know,
one or
they
the
got
other.
paid. They
It's
got
one or the
paid.
other,
You
bro.
know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
Life
Here we
experience.
are.
life experiences,
Here we
money,
are, however
you
many
know.
years later, those bills got paid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I can be here telling you how many fucking driveways I poured concrete on and doing that shit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I can tell you how much
100%.
fucking fun I had. Who gives a fuck how much money I made or didn't make?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Listen, if you guys haven't been to a porn set, that is one of the wildest scenes you could ever be at.
I can imagine that it's like amazing the first day or week or whatever. You're like, fuck yeah, naked chicks.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, oh, god damn, naked
Yeah.
chicks.
It's like, oh, my enema didn't take. Or
Yeah.
fucking turd chunk.
Dude, it's like you see Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It's nothing like Boogie Nights.
So what?
Yeah.
Even know what is it like?
So, like, you know, the scene that we were filming, or we were. Oh, by the way, I was in the porn too. That's the thing.
What?
Not as a porn
Background
actor,
guy.
but I was again background. That's I
UPS.
forgot. That's why I was.
He
No, in the
repeated
porn.
his role from Dawson's Creek.
in the porn, I was assaulted.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so I had walked and all the girls bowed to me, and then I sat down, and then they went at it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, this is dope." It was a lesbian scene, but then I got to come back and hang out the next day, and it was produced by I think his name's something Star. His brother was the producer of 90210.
Oh shit.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So then we were producing that. They're doing this shoot in Malibu, and it was so surreal because we're in there with the actor and the actress, and they don't know each other. And they're like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," blah blah blah. And she's like, "So how do you like to get fucked?" He goes, "Oh, well, blah blah. I could, behind, you could." They start going over things, and she's like, "You could hit me. It doesn't matter. I'm okay with it." And like she's literally giving
Yeah.
them the instructions of what she likes, what she doesn't like,
Yeah.
how she likes it. And this is shit I'm thinking, oh, I thought it's like the director who's saying, all right, now do doggy or do this.
Sure.
Like, nah, they just go at it and they film it and
It's like wrestling,
Boom.
man. You just
Yeah.
go
I'm
out
about
there.
to say this is wrestling again,
That's how you
fucking
do wrestling.
teaching us
Dude,
about
wrestling.
fucking life.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
dude.
It's like wrestling. You just go out there. We'll call it in the ring, man. We'll just get out there. Here's
Just don't
here's
hurt your opponents.
Here's
Yeah.
my big moves that I know how to do. Let's go out there.
Yeah,
and
And
do
you know
it.
what? You know how much better relationship would be if you had this type of communication? You know what? Off the bat.
just
I
talk
hate this,
wrestling.
I hate that.
Just talk wrestling.
But then, like, so we're there with the actors, and they're clothed at the time, and then they're like, all right, 5 minutes, and we'll be ready. Boom, they undress, and homie starts getting ready. He's doing what he has to do to get ready for the scene, and then she just starts lubing up, and like she's like, hi, like in between her legs, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, holy
Start
shit!
stretching.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just take a step back. So they start filming, and this house they rented, it's fucking gorgeous. It's a beautiful mansion, and you see like degrees from USC and shit on the wall,
Hilarious.
and then you see the homeowners there going, "Yee," like they're all giddy, and it's like an old fucking couple. Like, there's like, how much money are you making for this? Because this
They don't need, if they have a house in Malibu, they don't need that money.
they don't need that money, but they're
there,
making a
yeah.
lot. But all that shit was covered. It looked like a Mexican house with the
Hilarious.
fucking
Plastic
with the plastic
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
Don't you get any of your fucking bodily fluids on any of my furniture.
Yeah.
I remember those plastic covered
Yeah.
fucking in the summer, bro. This plastic
So,
covered
you get
sofa
sweaty.
They slide off.
Melt right into it.
30-year-old
Yeah.
fucking sofas, the fucking plastic's yellow.
Oh, the
Fucking
I like when it would
cut
get
it
cut.
off.
I like when it would get sliced, and that shit would get so sharp.
Oh, hell
Dude,
yeah.
the old plastic would get cut. Like, God damn! This shit's sharp. It's like,
I left
oh.
the fillet on the
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, so
Couch.
it was a fucking porn inside and a fucking zoo outside. They had giraffes, monkeys, a puma, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here,
We're
man?
talking about the Playboy Mansion
old-
here.
those-
Yeah.
people-
No, they brought them in for the porn.
Oh,
They
shit.
were filming
Shit.
because it was supposed to be like this desert theme. Like, again, I was the fucking sultan,
Yeah.
so like I was like, I wish I could find that porn. They gave me a copy of VHS, of course.
Sure.
But yeah, shout out Wicked Pictures, man.
Nice.
That's
If-
funny. I'm
if-
sure.
If
if
it's
you know-
digital,
if
I
you-
hope it's somewhere. If someone finds it,
Oh,
let
yeah.
me know.
Hell
If you
yeah.
know who produced it, if Wicked produced it, there's
They
a
did.
way to find it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah,
too
but then
big
I don't
of-
want to be looking. I don't want to be
I'm
paying for
just saying,
shit.
it's too big of. It's out there. I'm saying there's too big of a production company for them not
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
for at least not to be out
Some
there.
backlog.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why this stripper girl that I used to know that she did porn, whatever. But she was saying how, like back in the day, you do porn, and it's on the shelf for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then it's replaced by new porn videos, and that's the end of it, Yeah. And she was like, no, this is like in like 03. She's like, with the internet, she was like, my scene's on there forever. She's like, I would have never done this if I would have known that the internet was gonna come, And it's like, yeah, man, that shit's fucking
It's there for
forever now,
good.
forever.
Does she get residuals from that shit? Like,
No,
yo, your
fuck
view count is
no.
going up the big. Let's get the ad revenue. Let's go.
Fuck, man.
That's interesting, dude. It's been crazy just to hear fucking all these like awesome stories and just all the dude. You went in for a job and started answering phones
Yeah.
too.
No,
Because
remember,
he had a criminal boss
Yeah.
at the popcorn spot, and
Well,
that
Popcorn
Right.
Palace, bro.
Well,
Popcorn
right.
Palace.
Yeah. Yeah. Put some respect on that
Yeah.
shit,
Sorry,
bro.
sorry.
They had the best caramel popcorn ever.
Don't you fucking know it, bro? Chicago style, cheddar and caramel.
Oh, that's the shit.
Yeah.
And to go to produce one of the biggest morning shows that LA has. That's
An
No,
iconic-
One of the biggest morning shows in the fucking country or the world,
An
bro.
iconic morning show
Yeah.
on radio.
A fucking music breaker.
Yeah.
and then you destroyed it. But thank you, sir, for building
you
it
fucking
up,
drove that bitch into the fucking
tearing
ground.
it down.
Yo, bro, you know when you have a car and the light comes on and you're like, fuck it,
it.
I can keep going? That's it. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, just put more oil in it, fool. Fuck it.
That light's for somebody else.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, it's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast every Tuesday night, and we want to thank Dave for coming through and fucking just giving us some fucking background on yourself, first of all.
Yeah.
On your K-Rock days, and then also on what's going on now with Janky Town and Beer
6'9", Janky Town.
6'9".
With Beer Mug. And next time we'll get you and Beer Mug in here and just, talk some, because Beer Mug has fucking stories too, man. Like, that's the beauty of K-Rock. Everyone has, maybe it's the same party, maybe it's, but just a different view.
Sure.
A
Just
real quick beer mug story. Like what sealed the deal of him getting hired? He licked shit on the bathroom. Kevin's like, try that. Like, is that shit? Because there was a phantom pooper, and we were recording it, and he licks it, and he's like, oh fuck, it tastes like shit. And we're like, oh, we didn't get it on camera. Beer mug, lick it again. He's like, okay, he does it again.
He's like, you're hired.
Yeah, we're like, this guy's golden, man.
Lick shit.
Yeah.
You're hired.
He licks shit.
Fuck.
Before you had a job, you lick shit.
Yeah.
For no money, just for
Yeah.
Dude,
Just to get the job.
cool, man.
Yeah.
you know what? I'm a mega fan. I don't think I'll lick shit. I think I can.
No.
Sorry, can't.
You know what?
No.
Nah.
I'm a super fan though.
Wait, so you don't eat ass?
I,
Alright, cool.
It was probably the dude's bathroom too. So
No, it's this one restroom that was by the studios.
Yeah.
And so it's really small. And it's for the studios because when you're on air, you're trying,
gotta
quick
go.
in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because it has you can hear the station on real time in there.
Yeah.
So you go in and out. But if you go in there and there's this poop on the floor in the corner, you're like, what the fuck?
Someone was pooping on the corner
Yeah.
on the floor. Like,
I-
there's a
I-
fucking toilet there.
I heard it was Jed the Fish. I don't know if that was true.
Aw.
There was different rumors of who it was. You know what I
don't
mean?
destroy Jed the Fish. I love Jed the Fish.
I'm just saying, that's
Well,
what I
I
had
can't
heard.
confirm nor deny if that was him or not.
Yeah.
CIA.
Yeah. We gotta chop Beer Mug's tongue off. Oh, shit.
We got a phone call. Who the fuck's calling?
Is
man?
it Jed?
We gotta
Holy
cut Beer
shit,
Mug's
Jensen.
tongue
You think
off,
I didn't
dude,
hear
to
what you fucking said about me right now?
Yeah, you bastards.
Caller, you're on the West Coast.
It's the Phantom Pooper. You must love my poop. Phantom Pooper slice.
You know what? I will say there is a Phantom Pooper. Oh, yeah, fuck. You already hung up.
Yeah, all right, that's it. You want it?
Dude, he sounded like the one from K-Rock. That shit was dope. Fuck.
Good job, Sam.
Fucking, that sounded exactly like Jed the Fish. Oh, man.
But make sure to go like, subscribe, listen. Once again, when do the new episodes come out, hopefully? Or when do they?
When we start going back in January, we'll have one next week. But on Patreon Fridays, you get it early. Mondays, every week.
Boom.
Yeah.
There we go.
And you can hear the West Coast Pop Lock podcast.
Not just on Tuesday nights, but on Wednesdays at 8 a.m., 4 p.m. on the Local Music Experience. Download that app, support our friends, listen to us, all that stuff.
Hey, make sure to listen to Janky Town. This guy is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
sure he has way more stories that he didn't share here with us today. It was awesome. You know what, man? Dave, I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm glad that I was a part of K-Rock and you were there. You guys were fucking amazing, man.
We didn't even get to talk about your perm. Fuck.
Dude.
Wait, he had a perm?
Are you kidding
my
me?
God.
I'll show
It's
that
on my-
picture
it's on
that I
my-
just
yeah.
sent you.
It's on my Instagram, and I'll tell you this though, it was a dream come true for me. Like most people don't get to live their dreams, but I did, and thank you for being a part of that dream, my man.
No
Thank
problem,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hey, I didn't have to lick shit.
Got a perm. There we go.
Goodbye.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.